PeterHoegGade, Denmark. Umpire Liu Gang, China. Service judge Choi Jae-gung, Korea. And line judges are Group A. 선수 입장.
So the last of our 5 finals this afternoon, and what a match it is. It's the men's singles final and the world number 1, LeeChongWei of Malaysia, up against the number 2 seed, the defending champion, the 4-time winner of the Korean Open, PeterHoegGade of Denmark. Final last year were these two men. It was the Dane that won on that occasion. This is one of the few major international tournaments that LeeChongWei has not managed to win. PeterHoegGade, 33 years of age, that's quite unbelievable, and still playing badminton as well as ever. Born in Aalborg, current world ranking of 4, and looking at his path through to today's final world quarter-final victory over the number 5 seed, the local favourite Park Sun-wan, was an hour and 19 minutes to get through that particular quarter-final match. Semi-final against Chen Long, that took an hour and 2 minutes to get through in 3 games. LeeChongWei, born in Penang in Malaysia, 27-year-old number 1 player in the world. Now obviously reached the final last year where he lost to his opponent of today, but apart from that, his best results here at the Korean Open were 3 quarter-finals. So for the 2nd year running, reaching the final. And as you can see, his path through to today's final, very comfortable indeed. And when you consider the quarter-final victory over the number 8 seed, Boonsak Ponsana, and then semi-final victory over the number 3 seed, the Olympic bronze medalist Chen Jin of China, 21-11, 21-13. That was total devastation. So of course PeterHoegGade really has had a much tougher route through to today's final. We're looking at our court officials. Choi Jae-gung of Korea and Liu Gang of China is the umpire. Plenty of Malaysian supporters in the crowd here in Seoul, in the Olympic Gymnasium. Wonderful venue it is too. They've just seen themselves on the giant screen and just want to make their presence felt. LeeChongWei, or should I say Datuk LeeChongWei, honoured with the Datukship from the Penang government after he returned with the silver medal from Beijing Olympic Games. PeterHoegGade, 4 times European champion, All England champion back in 1999, 3 Olympic Games, Olympic semi-finalist in 2000. This Korean Open title was his only title of last year. So he reached the final of the Hong Kong Open as well, the Super Series event there, but he lost to his opponent of today, LeeChongWei. He has looked very impressive throughout the tournament. And of course the Super Series tour moves on to Malaysia next week. Well, qualifying starts on Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, LeeChongWei, Malaysia. And on my left, PeterHoegGade, Denmark. LeeChongWei to serve. level play.
So the world number one, LeeChongWei of Malaysia, gets this men's singles final underway. PeterHoegGade of Denmark. Oh, he's had a fantastic tournament so far. Of course, he is the defending champion.
One love.
But in looking at LeeChongWei's path through to today's final, beating two-seeded players, including the Olympic bronze medalist, in 2 straight games, all of his matches in 2 straight games. In fact, for his 4 matches, he's only been on court for 2 hours and 11 minutes. And you compare that with the Dane, PeterHoegGade, who has twice in the last 2 matches, his quarterfinal and his semi-final, has been pushed the full distance. He's been on court for a total of 3 hours 48 minutes. Incredibly, the Dane has had to play 1 hour and 37 minutes more than his opponent. Now I wonder if that physical demand of those much tougher matches are going to have its effect on today's final.
It's over. 1-2.
Incidentally, this is the 4th time in the last 12 months that these 2 players have played each other in international competition. Individual competition, that is. Only time that the Dane, in their 4 previous meetings prior to this one, that the Dane won the encounter was at this tournament last year. And that final last year in Seoul, 21-17 was the deciding game. PeterHoegGade won the first, dropped the second, won the third in 53 minutes. LeeChongWei missed the Southeast Asian Games in Laos due to injury problems. He did play an awful lot of badminton last year, and that enforced rest, I think, has probably done him the world of good. Oh, that's wonderful.
5-1.
Olympic silver medalist. This man, LeeChongWei, lost out to Lin Dan in Beijing in the final. Oh, very good start by the Malaysian. Those last 2 matches of the last 2 days, that quarter-final against Park Sun-Wang and then the semi-final against the former world junior champion Chen Long. Well, it'd be very, very surprising if that didn't have an effect on PeterHoegGade. That's wide. 4 times European champion, world number one. World number one, incidentally, back in 1997, when he was just 20 years of age, PeterHoegGade. It's remarkable. Certainly up to this point, PeterHoegGade has never lost a final here at the Korean Open. Every time he's made it through to the final, he's won the title. 2000, 2001, 2005, and of course last year, 2009. And it's interesting, one of the players he beat in the final, that was back in 2005, Kenneth Jonassen, is now his coach.
9-2.
Oh, nice smash. That'll do his confidence a world of good. Big Liverpool fan is PeterHoegGade. Wonder if he was watching the match last night. Liverpool away to Stoke, of course, yesterday. Looked as if they were going to win. And then Stoke, in the 90th minute, got the equalising goal, so it ended 1-1. I don't think PeterHoegGade is going to be too happy about that, but his mind won't be on that right now. Focus firmly on this men's singles final. It's just not happening for him at the moment. Accumulation of tiredness, both physical and mental. Yeah, he loves his attacking style of game. Does PeterHoegGade. Firmly believes that's the way the game should be played, should be adventurous. And has brought him so much success over the years. 35 major titles. 4 of them Super Series titles. Started with the very first Super Series event, Malaysian Open in 2007. What made that even more remarkable was the fact that PeterHoegGade was taken from the aeroplane straight to hospital. Recovered after the problems of his journey and promptly won the Malaysian Open Super Series event. But he's up against it today because the Malaysian LeeChongWei, goodness me, sharp onto that net. This is the sort of shot that just oozes confidence. His coach, Misbah Sadek. Misbah Sadek, of course, was All England finalist back in 1986. Lost out in the final to another Dane, Morten Frost.
20 seconds. (11-5). Break.
Well, it's quite clear what PeterHoegGade thought of that call. Yeah, LeeChongWei knows it was into. Another look at that. Oh, yeah, that caught the line. Well, I suspect that was just a little bit of theatre from LeeChongWei. I suspect he deliberately hit that out just to make things right about the previous call. These two players very good friends off court. No, that is just sublime.
13-6.
There is Kenneth Jonasson, beaten finalist here in 2005, current European champion in the men's singles.
14-6.
Well, he's just completely off the pace at the moment, is PeterHoegGade. I'm not surprised when you consider 1 hour 37 minutes longer on court to reach this final than his opponent. No, it's long.
15-6.
Last time these two players met was in the semi-final of the Super Series finals in Johor Bahru. Malaysia won in 2 straight games on that occasion.
Service over.
Well, I think LeeChongWei can afford to really go for a few shots because he's got such a lead. 8-point advantage at the moment. Even though he broke the strings of his racket with that last smash. Won't be too bothered by that. Just wide.
8-15.
His court coverage, LeeChongWei, probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest badminton player around the court. Of course, I'm sure people will argue that Lin Dan has the explosive power. But if you look at LeeChongWei, he glides about the court. Always looks ready to pounce. He's always moving in that low crouch position like one of the big cats about to pounce on its prey.
So it's over. 9-16.
Wants a new shuttle. "11 years since he won his All England title. And look, he's still at the top of world badminton, PeterHoegGade.
10-15.
Married man with 2 daughters now. The Dane. And it's wide.
So it's over. 17-10.
At least he's playing himself into the rallies more now. PeterHoegGade. Yeah, but he knows that to actually play a winner against a man whose court coverage is second to none, he knows that he has to play the perfect shot, and therefore there's no margin for error. Not going to try and hit inside the lines. He's going to do that. Try and find the lines.
So it's over. 11-18.
It's wide.
12-18.
Going for the line again, and once again missing. Oh, my word. just unbelievable. There was a defensive shot there from LeeChongWei. Didn't seem to have any backswing at all, and yet he whipped the shuttle across court. Look at that. That was the one. From that moment on, he was in control of the rally. Perfect cross-court smash to close it out. And now 8 game points. Very comprehensive performance by the world number 1, LeeChongWei of Malaysia, taking that opening game against PeterHoegGade. 21-12 the margin in just 15 minutes of play. Kenneth Jonassen. And Misbah Sadek, the two coaches, both tremendous players in their own rights, and now both highly respected coaches.
Play. Six. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Back on court for the start of this second game. And I wonder what on earth Kenneth Jonassen has been able to say to PeterHoegGade.
Second game.
Quite frankly, the world number 1 was demonstrating in that opening game why he is the world number 1. But the defending champion, well, there's always something special about being defending champion. I can remember I always used to, I mean, of course you try as best you can in every tournament, every match you play, but there's something extra special when you hold the title. Somehow you find new energy from somewhere else to try and defend that title. So quick to pounce. He's so patient a lot of the rally, and then as soon as there's a shot that he thinks he can pounce on, one that's short of a good length or one that's perhaps a little flat and therefore he can intercept. That's short. Yeah, got what it deserved.
3-1.
Very good lift. Tight net shot. Well, you see in the opening game the number of times LeeChongWei pounced on the net, took his opponent's net shot off the top of the tape and made the kill, and that has forced, that sheer threat of him coming forward is now forcing PeterHoegGade into error on his net play. Control the front of the court, getting to the net shots first within the rally. So important in men's singles. There you can see the Dane stretching forward, coming from over the shuttle, which is why he's able to play the kill rather than coming forward to the net, bringing his racket down and up towards the shuttle. So important, if you can, to address the shuttle from over the top. That's not going to help his cause. Error on the low serve.
Correction, out. 4-all.
Well, PeterHoegGade. Well, make your own minds up about that. Well, obviously from PeterHoegGade's conversation with LeeChongWei just now, I totally misread the incident in the opening game, because PeterHoegGade saying to his Malaysian opponent that you told me in the opening game the call was correct. And certainly what the Dane has to do here is control his aggression. He's obviously very frustrated. He thinks he's been hard done by 2 calls going against him. And the sign of a great champion is to channel that aggression in the right direction, to use it to your advantage rather than let it eat away at you.
7-4.
Now, this is a run of 5 straight points by LeeChongWei. Totally changed the complexion of this second game. You can't argue with that. It's terrific play from LeeChongWei. The Malaysian fans are happy with that. Smash down the line. Then a second one. Oh, good defence. That's short. Oh, he's got it back. This is a great rally. Oh. Well, that sort of rally will be very demoralising for the Dane. Malaysian has won now 7 straight points. Kenneth Jonasson looking very concerned indeed. Whereas Miss Winston far more relaxed. He's cruising now as the world number 1. Yeah, 9 straight points from 2-4 down to go to the mid-game interval in this second game with an 11-4 lead. Never says much, does Misbah Sadek. He's a quick word with his player. Then goes and sits down. There he is, he's off. Very calming influence. Very gentle man.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds.
So a 7-point advantage at the mid-game interval. And he's on a run of 9 straight points. Can he keep that going? Or can the Dane break this run? He desperately needs to. Unbelievable defence. No, superb. Absolutely superb. Well, it's always dangerous to go for the cross-court shot in singles, because unless you've really put your opponent under pressure, it means that all they have to do is play the straight block, as LeeChongWei did on that occasion, and you've got the full diagonal of the court to scamper to try and retrieve the shuttle. And PeterHoegGade just didn't have the legs to do it. 11 straight points. There's a very good reason why he's world number 1. But then PeterHoegGade, he's world number 4. It's none too shabby. There we go. The run is broken.
5-13.
Good. LeeChongWei doesn't like the call. Well, he's had 2 that's gone in favour of him that PeterHoegGade disagreed with. Now he's looking up towards the giant screen. See if that's going to be replayed. You could see after the serve there was a slight hesitation in movement from Gade. And that slight hesitation perhaps the reason why he made the error on the net shot. Well, every athlete's experienced it. Sometimes it's just not your day. Yeah, that will help restore a little bit of confidence.
7-15.
But one suspects it's too little, too late. You see how the shuttle was upside down. There was no way that the Malaysian could control that. One thing's for certain, PeterHoegGade will not give up fighting. He will battle all the way. That's short. Oh, yes. Shaped up as if he was going to thunder down the smash. Played the angled drop shot instead for the outright winner. Well, you can hear the Malaysian fans chanting LeeChongWei. I'm not sure I can spy any Danish fans here. Oh, that's a great net shot. Well, all of a sudden it's believable. There's only 5 points in it. And that sort of margin can be closed. We've seen that before. Unbelievable defence. That's wide. And that's precisely why it is so important to scramble the shuttle back, as PeterHoegGade has to do here. Look, he's dashing forward, he's off balance. And really, the Malaysian should have put that away, but it was well wide. It was wide of the doubles court. That's long as the back line.
So it's over 16-11.
Oh, he's missed it. That was a real opportunity for Gade, because the clear from the Malaysian was woefully short. Look where Gade's feet are landing. Oh, well, we're not going to see it. It's well inside that double service line. Should have made more of that. Oh, that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from LeeChongWei. And he's just 3 points away from securing the title that up till now has always eluded him. Well, one suspects from this position all PeterHoegGade can do is delay the inevitable. 8-point advantage for LeeChongWei and just 2 points needed for the title. That's a great lift. Oh, unbelievable. Clinical. 9 match points for the world number one to reverse the results of 12 months ago here in the final of the Korean Open. Match point 11. Only needed the one opportunity. LeeChongWei demonstrates why he is on top of the world ranking. totally outclassing the world number 4, the defending champion here of the Korean Open, PeterHoegGade of Denmark. The margin 21-12, 21-10, and LeeChongWei waves to the crowd. 34 minutes. Confirmation of the score. 21-12, 21-11. And LeeChongWei takes his first ever Korean Open title. So as he leaves the court for the prize presentation of the men's singles, which is coming up in just a moment. Time for me to quickly reflect on this year's competition. The first of the Super Series events for 2010. Of course, the tour moves on next week to the Malaysian Open. And my goodness, LeeChongWei has won the Malaysian Open 5 times already. And quite frankly, with the sort of form he's shown here in Seoul, it would be a brave person to bet against him. But 3 titles this year going to Korea, to China, I do beg your pardon. China started the day with a win in the women's singles. Wang Shixian defeating the youngster Sung Ji-hyun, and I'm telling you, at those 2 players at the age of 18 and 19, we're going to see an awful lot more of them. From the day, that was a terrific final. Then came the men's doubles, and Korea winning that, overturning the result of the World Championship final in Hyderabad last year, with Jung Jae-sung and LeeChongWei taking their second men's doubles crown here at the Korean Open. Then China came away with the women's doubles with Cheng Shu and Zhou Yunlei, overcoming the Japanese pair of Fuji and Takikawa. Then China again in the mixed doubles. Well, it had to be China because it was an all-Chinese mixed doubles final. The Olympic bronze medalists Han Bin and Yu Yang coming through in 2 straight games there. And as we've just seen, Malaysia take a title in the form of the world number 1, LeeChongWei of Malaysia, defeating the defending champion PeterHoegGade of Denmark, 21-12, 21-11. So as the players come onto court for the prize presentation of the men's singles. Well, Malaysia will have high hopes of taking at least 1 title next week. Of course, they've got the world number 1s in the men's doubles, Kikiang Kiat and Tan Boon Hyung. But they've also got this man, LeeChongWei. 7 titles he won last year, reached 9 finals.
Runner-up, PeterHoegGade, Denmark.
So he was champion last year. He's been champion 4 times here at the Korean Open. First time he's ever been beaten in the final of this particular tournament. He is a great ambassador for the sport, and at the age of 33, still playing great badminton. But I think that his hard path through to today's final, with that quarter-final against Park Sung-wang lasting 1 hour and 19 minutes, and then his semi-final against the former junior world champion Chen Long lasting 1 hour and 2 minutes, I think that was a deciding factor in today's match, because he was off the pace of this man, the world number 1, LeeChongWei, wins the Korean Open title for the first time ever. His 23rd Korea title. He's won his 10th Super Series title here in Korea. And add to that the 2 Super Series finals titles that he's won. He undoubtedly is the most successful player in Super Series history. Well, as Dr. Kang and the other dignitaries pose for photographs after this last of our 5 finals this afternoon here at the Victor Korea Open for 2010. A smiling champion And we can all smile because we've seen some wonderful badminton this week. It really has been terrific. So once again, to recap, 3 titles to China: women's singles, women's doubles and mixed doubles as well. Korea taking the men's doubles in the form of Jung Jae-sung and LeeChongWei. And as we've just seen, men's singles going Malaysia's way with LeeChongWei, the world #1. That concludes all of our coverage from this year's Korean Open. As I say,